Alright, so hopefully Mr. Squires gave you ample time to work out the Fortnite problem. So if we start off by making our list, time, change in x, change in y, acceleration in the x, acceleration in the y, initial x, final x, initial y, final y. Now we'll fill in what we know. We know that the time is 1.23 seconds. We know that the change in x is 5 meters. We know that the change in y is 25 meters. We know the acceleration in the x is 0. We don't know the acceleration in the y. We do not know the initial velocity in the x, but we know that the final velocity in the x is the initial velocity in the x. And we know that the initial velocity in the y is 0. Do not know final velocity in the y. So if we start off solving for the initial x velocity, very simple, we just plug in one of our equations. We're going to use change in x equals v naught t plus 1/2 at squared. Now since we know acceleration is 0, this entire part goes to 0. Just have the change in x equals v naught t. We know that change in x is 5 meters. We do not know the initial velocity, and we know the time is 1.23. So if we just simply solve the initial velocity in the x direction, so basically the walking speed of a character in Fortnite is 4.065 meters per second. Very simple problem. Just had to remember your formula here and then work it out. Alright, so now erase all this. We'll do the next part. It gets a little bit more complicated, but not by much. There we go. Now to do the next part, solving for the acceleration in the y direction. We're going to use the same formula. Change in x is v naught t plus 1/2 at squared. We're going to use the same formula, except this time it's going to be a y. Just remember the difference there. We're working in y now, so we're using these instead of these. So 25 is 0. Since the initial velocity is 0, we can actually just cancel this out. We don't need this. Plus 1/2 times the acceleration times t squared, so 1.23 squared. And upon working that out a little bit more, you'll get 25 equals 0.7564 times the acceleration. Dividing out, you get that the acceleration equals 33.049 meters per second squared. And that is the downward acceleration in a game of Fortnite. That's a lot. That's a lot. They must have some wicked strong leg muscles in order to jump that high. So there you go. And yes, there's the Fortnite problem worked out for you.